Hello, all of you adorable beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, currently as the Professor, and today we're doing some Cities Skylines 2, at least for now. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, I was gonna do a bit more teasing, but don't know if that's entirely appropriate now. Hello, YouTubes. I hope you all are being very good boys and girls and its.
Why am I blushing?
I don't know, why are you?
Oh no. I don't know, maybe because of the deep voice, I don't know.
What were you saying, Zim?
Oh, I was just gonna say, maybe because he is a good boy. Most of the time.
Oh, I don't know what I want to do today. I kind of want to continue that Digimon Survive, but, you know, I'd have to go elsewhere for that one since it's pretty talk heavy.
Yeah.
Let me see what I've got on my list here and see if anything looks interesting. And then maybe we can do some narration a little bit later tonight.
Okay.
I can't believe I had to immediately use the new rule.
What was that?
Because in Zim's chat, what Burrito said.
Alright, let me go ahead and scroll up.
Hey, time frame. Yes, I have played Timberborn. I played quite a bit of it.
Rex, you know the consequences.
Sorry, in Zim's Twitch chat.
Twitch chat, gotcha. Now I gotta bring that up. Let me pop that open. How's the castle doing, Zim?
Oh, the castle is doing well.
Good. Nice to know our one rich individual who apparently was enough to make you a metropolis or whatever is happy.
A massive metropolis.
Yeah, massive metropolis. Oh, that's a good boy, Brian. Good boy.
So going back to what you were asking about what I got for my family.
Oh. Well, real quick, apparently somebody already... apparently the person living in the castle has already crashed their SUV.
Well, to be fair, I'm not too surprised. They're probably used to much of finer vehicles. But after purchasing a castle, you know, you gotta take a little bit to the wallet.
Really? Yeah. Hey, Pixel. Alright, what'd you
It's
get?
either that or that was like the nanny. Go ahead, Magna.
So I got a couple plushies. A rainbow beluga that I'm calling Sherbert.
Ooh, very nice.
I got a gnome. A plush. So it's symbolic because I used to work at Whataburger, and it's a Whataburger gnome.
You gonna share pictures in our Discords?
Yeah, I'm just going through everything real quickly. But then I got something that's really keen.
Mm-hmm.
I got a Highland cow plush.
Mm-hmm.
Because I went to Scotland with my mom to visit family over there when I was, I believe, in pre-K.
Oh, gotcha. So that's kind of like a part of your ancestry then.
Yep.
Very nice.
I got a couple pairs of socks, some cooking stuff because I love to cook, Um, what else is there? I got a bunch of soap.
Soap is always good. I mean, it's like one of those things that, it's not like you're not eventually going to use it.
Yeah. Zoo Pals plates, again.
Ooh, I didn't even know they still made those.
They made a comeback, actually.
Very nice.
So your family knows about you being a furry, huh?
Surprisingly, my youngest brother told my mom about it. I don't know about my dad.
Well, something tells me he didn't have to say that you were a bottom, though. I'm sure they already knew.
I'm telling my twin to literally keep that a secret to the grave. I don't want them to know.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all.
Oh no, but Zoo Pals were like the plates I used when I was growing up, whenever it was like birthday parties and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty awesome.
And then I got a cookbook.
Mm-hmm.
I got a cookbook that's really important because it's like on TikTok, it's a guy doing like all those old recipes and stuff like that.
Oh, you got the Baking Yesteryear or whatever it's called?
Yes, that exact title.
Very cool.
And then, family tradition, we always get a pair of PJs and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
And so I got a Perry the Platypus onesie.
Brian,
Wait, it's just you, Magna. It's Magna Perry the Platypus.
Brian, I hate to break it to you, but I think your family already knows that you're a bottom.
Oh no.
No, Perry the Platypus, he's definitely top.
Yeah, but it's a onesie.
Like, not to get creepy, but like, I mean... you do make a good point. It is a onesie.
Oh no. Curse me and the fact that I love onesies.
Well, I don't blame you. They're pretty comfortable.
Well, yeah.
Also, Loberon, I rested well and stuff
we are
today.
all heroes. You and Boo and I, hamsters and rangers everywhere. Rejoice!
Spooky, thank you so much for that food. I really appreciate the treat today.
And then they immediately got you naked. Oh, Lobron did anyway.
Yeah.
I think I know what my project for today can be.
Teasing
that?
Magna?
That, yes. But also, I want to do something more for my subscribers, right? Give them something more unique, especially as they start hitting tier 2 and tier 3. So I'm thinking I might make some like channel point redemptions that are specific just to subscribers. I'm going to see if that's possible. I'm going to look it up and do research on that.
I don't think, not through the bit redeem stuff, or the channel point redemptions, but I believe that some services, like, I don't know for sure, but I believe that you can pull that off with, like, stream elements, with some commands.
Oh, I mean, I'll look it up. I did see a couple videos where one guy's like, and here's how you can do it. I'm like, okay. So,
I don't know, it's been
that'll
a
be
while.
my project, just finding more subscriber-specific things I can do for the channel. I'm
Yeah.
thinking of doing, like, for example, a monthly movie night.
Wow, look at this entrance.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That was
just have that just for subs. What's up?
That was something I was gonna do, and then,
So,
well,
what's the catch? There's
VR
gotta be
chat got
something wrong
hit.
with this place. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, I mean, for me, it would just be like a Discord stream or something like that.
The carpet is brand new.
What
You know,
happened?
whatever's the most legal way to do it. What's up, Magna?
What's that smell?
I was just
Let's
wondering
take
what
a look at
happened
the
with
kitchen.
VR chat.
At Outline Real Estate.
Oh, they
Peace of mind.
they were told to stop that, and they stopped it.
Worse in here.
Regarding
Oh,
movies and stuff.
To me. Does the garbage disposal work?
Well,
gotcha.
the whole system was just replaced.
Yeah, I mean,
Lord
worst comes to
squishy
worst, I
over
can just
here.
put in
They're-
some
they're
commands that are
fixing that this
subscriber
week.
specific, but I
Let's have a look at
hate to
the
just do
children's
those because
bedroom.
That
if I can
outline
if I can
the
attach them to, like, say,
future is
the
looking bright.
the channel point redeems or something, that's what I'd like. I swear, Zib, every time I watch you, you're just building roads.
Well, yeah. It's a city. What else do you
yeah,
do with
but
the
what
city?
about the rest of the city?
It's already got roads.
No, touche.
The trick here is going to be running these roads across the river to get to that new road. Oh, yeah, Abby just builds roundabouts.
That's a good joke for a like Dovakin.
And hello there, Dovahkiin.
There's really one thing I want to say about something, but I can't. Burrito, I'm not allowed to reply without Master Rygon's permission.
Such a good man. But darn it, I'm fitting into the stereotype of your typical Naga. Huh, shakes head. Hiss, hiss, hiss.
But yeah, the game is all about, you know, building up the city, and so you got lots of roads that you gotta build because nobody can get anywhere without roads.
I mean, maybe. I prefer roof travel, you know?
You prefer what?
Roof travel. Just walk on people's roofs to get where I need to go. You know, a la like Naruto style or something.
I will need to see video proof of you actually doing this before I consider that as a possible something to pursue.
Oh no,
Do
if
not
I do it, I'm
understand this
falling right
mouse
off and breaking
magic
my
that
neck.
makes me do your bidding.
Exactly.
Jimmond_ is transforming you into the burrito of mass emotional destruction.
Oh no.
Hey, Gimmond. Unfortunately, to actually, I mean, I can change that, but it'll only show up on other people's streams. For it to show up here on this stream, there's a different card you need to play. Have this just because I can. And that's the screen I was on.
Okay.
You need to switch me over to the talkie icons. There's the use the talkie icon card. That's what you need to play.
I wonder, do I have my favorite card? Let's find out. Yay.
Hey there, New Year's. Those emotes been working out well
Mondron,
for you?
I never loved you.
Brian the Wolf is crying because Magna betrayed everyone.
I think you're right, Lobaron. I very much think you're right. And I am just getting abused to hell today. What the heck?
Oh, with people throwing stuff on top of you?
Yes.
Undiscarded. I'll have to find another group if this keeps up.
Jimmond_ is putting away your avatar for a time. Let's see the talkie icon.
After they took off your clothes. Oh no.
Like, get in the truck.
Alright. Now I can switch.
And I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna go grab some food.
Sure thing. Have a good eats.
Oh, I know as I do things, I know you're trying for that anvil.
Here, I gotta listen to a video real quick, Zim, so I'm gonna deaf it for a little
Okay.
bit.
Always trying to hit me with anvils.
Joke.
And mac and cheese. Yay. Also, what Marten is that? Because that's super cute.
That is a pine marten.
They're cute.
I agree.
The worst part is that I'm not allowed to have pets in the barracks.
Well, it'd be kind of weird for a pet to have a pet anyways.
Is that? You know what? I'm gonna be safe. I'm not allowed to respond without Master Rykon's permission.
Good boy.
And Mango, no, this is my mac and cheese because this is with bacon.
You know, that's okay. You know, I'm just dying and stuff, but I hope you enjoy your mac and cheese, Brian.
You're making me really hate life right now. And this is so unfair.
It's okay, Brian. I'll be okay.
I'm gonna cry. Just don't mind me.
Okay, and we're gonna put a transformer station here. Hook it up to the power grid. Why am I overlapping? There we go.
Nuclear launch detected.
Oh my god!
Command, a TF missile? Sign me up.
Delphox Paws. This stream is sponsored by Delphox Paws.
He gets TF'd into a newt at a coffee shop? That's possible.
Oh no, I'm a newt.
I know it's not technically.
I command pure chaos! Kinda.
Jimond_ has turned Magnamom into a Zubat. They can only talk like that Pokemon for 2 minutes.
Cave herpes. Cave herpes.
Okay.
I command pure
Cave herpes.
chaos! Kinda.
Jimond_ has turned Zim into a Ditto. They can only talk like that Pokemon for 2 minutes.
Darn, I was about to tell Zim some cool stuff. Oh, well, maybe next time.
Cave herpes.
Oh, we love the cheap and random flea market.
Ditto.
Here with the grandkids, and we'll stay.
Cheap and random.
Oh, sure.
Cave
I've been
herpes.
Here before. Matter of fact, I was here last Tuesday.
Cheap and random.
Toaster works fine if you flip the bread.
Cheap and random.
What is that thing?
What is that thing?
What is that thing?
That is
Oh
a
my God.
frog nut extraction.
Cheap and random. You never know what you're gonna get, and you never will unless you come find out.
Now entering Fit Digital Games. Prepare for
Ditto.
sensory overload.
Cave herpes.
Digital. Are you a man or
You know, Zim, some people say that my snake form is quite fabulous. Do you agree?
Ditto.
Gotcha. Well, you heard it here, folks. I am tiny and scaly.
Cave herpes.
Well, wow, way to bring down the mood, Magda.
I'm sorry. But it's true. It's true. It is really cool.
Ditto, ditto, ditto.
Ditto.
Ditto, ditto.
Let's see here.
Oh no.
Ditto, ditto, ditto. Ditto, ditto, ditto. Ditto, ditto, ditto. Ditto.
I'm still gonna spend some time tonight and tomorrow before game of couples.
Uh-huh.
Getting this stuff together.
Okay. We do have one for that.
What's up?
I was just looking to see if Treat Stream, like a redemption for it, could also be done on Mix It Up, which it can. So I could create my own custom like little alert for it or something if I wanted to later.
Ah.
I haven't set it up yet, so I'm not concerned about it, but I was just curious if it had a thing. No, but there does seem like there may possibly be a way to put in subscriber-only channel point rewards. It'll take a bit of finagling, but I think I can figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll probably put some of my more significant rewards on that, like the obliteration throw or the tomato toss. You know, stuff that's like kind of big and flashy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And if I actually get it to work, is this something you'd be interested in?
What do you mean?
Like getting channel point subscriber only stuff for you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll see if I can get it working on my end, and if I can, I'll help you through the process. And from the looks of it, it looks like if a person clicks on the redemption, they'll get refunded their channel points if they're not a subscriber, so they don't lose anything from it.
Ooh.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. First things first, though, gotta get another freaking bot for the stream. That makes what, 18 now?
Oh my god.
I joke, but I do have a lot of bots.
Yeah. Welcome to being a streamer.
Ain't that the truth?
So even though I technically only have sorry, I'm trying to think as the only thing I have is a thing.
What do you mean? Rex is in here. We haven't finished him off yet.
The trap page,
Oh yeah, true. Wait, hold up.
GM page. And then
Wait, hold up. Wait, I gotta catch up the chat real quickly. God. I just need to copy and paste this message now. Yeah, I'm just doing that right now. Just copying it.
Ah, that's where it is.
just difficult to see. Because I know sometimes it is hard to see. I know you possibly have the banana seeds in your bag, and what would be good too.
Oh, fake news overlay.
Fake news overlay?
Yeah.
Ooh.
This bot I'm looking at comes with like a shit ton of widgets, and one of them apparently is a fake news overlay.
Interesting.
That might be kind. Yeah, I've been thinking about adding a potential like channel point redeem for something like that, where somebody can redeem it, and I'd like quickly do like a fake news report regarding some random subject or whatever's being talked about on stream.
All right.
Yeah, but that's for another time.
Well, is your phone technically on? Because it might be doubling from there.
No. I'm posting something in media sharing on Zim's channel.
Right.
It deals with Monster Hunter. I'm like, I wish I had this creative skill. Because as far as I can tell, the person who made the post made everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I really wish I had that skill.
There! New train yard is set up. We ran out of trains, so...
A timely reappearance. The dungeon awaits.
Jibe Gab just resubscribed for 13 months. 5 more months for the second baby woo.
Ooh, his best friend Gib.
Thank you so much for that resub and your 13 months of support. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Oh, hey.
Hi.
Hello.
I got this back.
A timely reappearance. Hello. The dungeon awaits.
Burrito _ the _ noodle _ dragon just resubscribed for 38 months.
Well, here we go.
Burrito, thank you for that resub and your 38 months of support.
Hello, Commander. In response to your request, we have sent backup. Good luck, Commander. We are forever in your debt.
Brian, thank you very much for those 5 gift subs. And yes, we've got a hype train here. Alright, let's see how high this one gets. Let me start up the hype train music. I swear you all love to start these hype trains when I am like just trying to vibe. That is when you like to start these.
We're doing it because we love you.
Yeah, if you want, we'll just won't start one, you know.
No, I'm good with
No
it.
more for you.
Thanks for the biddy.
They all go to Rygon now.
Thanks for the biddy, Rygon.
You bet, man. I'm just being silly. I'll send you more later.
Pixel, thank you for the
Commander.
3 gift subs.
In response to your request, we have sent backup. Good luck, Commander. We are forever in your
Robert,
debt.
thank you for the 500 biddies. And we're at level 3. Or level 4. Working towards level 4.
Roetlium cheered with 500 eggy bitties.
Candy, thank you for those biddies as well.
Man,
Oh.
everyone's just beating up poor Asher today.
As it should be.
What?
What do you mean, what?
I'm saying as it should be to beating up the Asher. I can't beat up the Asher. I gotta be a doctor.
I mean, you know, you gotta make money to make money. You gotta hurt a patient to fix a patient. That's how it works, right?
Smacks the give gab. I'm cured.
There's a very specific person I'm willing to strangle if they do a very, very if they try to do a very specific influence.
Oh, do you
trying
mean
to be so mean, Pat?
Do you mean Burrito if they try to do the redemption where the meds aren't there?
You open the little box of meds, you miscount it. There's 2 less than there should be.
I just need to remind you, Gab, that Magna hasn't been in that town for like 5-6 years. He wouldn't know the.
The chances of the meds actually still being there are very slim. And not only that, but the chances of them actually being, you know, valid and viable for use are even slimmer.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's gonna be hilarious. You find actual meds and it's like, redeem ethereal influence. They're expired. Nope.
Well, I mean, so even if it's expired, the meds, as far as I know, they'll kind of have like a, hey, this is how it's made, or the nutritional value or stuff like that. But doctors would usually know if they had a past in a very specific field, being a pharmaceutical person, they would know how to make the meds. And I believe that's what Carlos is. So when he wakes up, we have a way to keep Astro. Oh god, no! No!
Carlos is clearly an oncologist, not a pharmacist.
I mean, and also
I'm totally not searching what that is.
To be fair, I cannot speak as to the certainty because it very much depends on the med and the thing and what you're using it for and a lot of other things, so don't do it, don't recommend it, look at the labels. But back home, because there were such extreme shortages, a lot of hospitals would use expired meds because they were basically good enough, really depending on the situation. Yes, it was mildly depressing that they had to, but you know, when someone's gonna die, there's no other choice.
Yeah, I do things. I'm not allowed to use cards on the campaigns I'm playing. That's the worst part.
Alright, you pay me and I'll do the card for you, don't worry. We'll smuggle in the cards. Legal disclaimer, that was a joke.
100% legal disclaimer. 100% a joke, don't worry. You're not doing something illegal over here.
If you actually pay me, I'll just play the ethereal influence to like mess with you.
So, how up to date are you on the Digimon game, Gib-Gab?
I haven't looked at... Did I watch the last episode? I watched part of the last episode. Honestly, all of it is kind of a blur because, like, I can't exactly, like, often listen to all of it. And also my attention span doesn't allow it often. So I kind of know what's going on, but also not. Especially names escape me.
Okay. Well, you know Asher, right?
Mm-hmm.
Turns out he's got cancer.
Yeah, that much I know.
Okay.
Brian was crying about it the last couple of days.
Yes. Because maybe...
A hype train is away and it looks like my food just got here. Be right back.
Ooh.
Because maybe it's all up to the guy who is known as a traitor to save the day.
Betray them.
No, I can't betray the child. The child wants to be a doctor. I can't have him die because a doctor just failed to do something. So I'm definitely not crying in the corner.
You know the Fallout, the Bethesda games where you have like the slides explaining what happened in the past? Like this is the little recap of all the results. Yeah, just get one at the end of the campaign and it's like, Magna was in prison for medical malpractice. The rest of his life will be spent in jail.
Please no. I don't want to have to cry from jail.
We'll even give you the cup so you can bang it against the sides of bars.
Well, to be fair, I'm only going to jail if I get caught by a very specific person. And I'm not getting caught.
We'll just send you to the X jail.
Burrito, what if you made me a comically sized comically oversized scalpel and just enough of the meds you need. Horu's dying to a scalpel. The comically oversized scalpel's killing Horu, and there's no escape.
I am back. Thank you again for the food, Spooky. I really appreciate it.
Welcome back. Sam, help.
What?
Fetch and I have been playing Stellaris, and it's been fun, and I have Stellaris on my brain, and I want to play, but I can't play. What do I do?
Why can't you play?
Because Fetch is not here to play Stellaris.
Oh.
We're doing a multiplayer, and I was introducing him to the wonderful world of pop-up, pop-up, pop-up. I don't think he likes the pop-ups.
If you made me find that stuff, Burrito, then it'll be all fine.
Let me check how long ago this the card was played. Considering it was 2 different cards. Okay, it was 26 minutes ago. Give it another half hour and then yes.
Alright, I'm putting in a timer.
Or just look at the stream.
Too much effort.
Is the timer on there?
Okay, yeah, but that assumes that in like half an hour, like I'll know when half an hour has passed.
Fair.
Like at 1:20, I'm gonna be staring at this like, did it start at 40 or at 1:10? I'll leave it up to 140, just in case. What you doing, Dragon?
I'm currently trying to set up subscriber-only channel point rewards.
Is that a thing?
I'm gonna make it a thing.
Okay, I didn't even know that was a thing that could be done.
Yeah, not usually, but I may have some roundabout ways to go through it. Yeah, I'm using a little program here called StreamerBot and following a few tutorials on it. I don't know if it'll all actually work. For all we know, Twitch may have just, may have changed their coding or whatever, but I mean, it should work.
I would recommend looking into Sammy. I know Sammy can do it.
That is fair. I am kind of liking the StreamerBot though, because one, it's low impact, and two, it seems like there are a shit ton of widgets for it. So if I need something like unusual, I could probably find it with this. But you're right about Sammy, and I need to look into that more as well. It might work better.
Well, the main reason I recommend it is because then you got Seda, who knows it very well, who can help you out if something breaks.
True. I haven't spoken to Seda in quite a while, though.
I spoke to him right before the stream started.
That's fair.
Dragon, why did you do this to me? I thought we were friends.
What am I doing to you?
You introduced me to getting over it.
Oh, you're welcome. Well, that's something I enjoy doing, is helping people to find unusual and hidden gems, like unusual games and hidden gems.
Well, see, the problem is, like, I already knew about it. I just never bothered with it because it looked frustrating. And then I saw you, and I was like, honestly, how hard can it be? I need to try this for myself.
A little bit harder than you thought.
Yes, a little bit.
Yeah, it's... there's a reason why people are frustrated with that game. It's not that it's bad, it's that it's purposeful.
Yep. It's a word to describe it.
Oh, this is interesting. HTML overlay. Huh. I'll have to look into that later.
Ooh. Okay, I didn't know. You know Empire at War, right, Sim?
I know what?
Star Wars Empire at War.
Yes.
The creator of the Throne's Revenge and Fall of the Republic mod, just like the one that adds the post-Imperial War and stuff, and then the Civil War. Not the Civil War, the Clone Wars. He's making one for the Old Republic, Revan's Revenge.
Ooh.
I don't know where my man's pulls out the time to maintain 3 separate mods, even if they all use the same like basic systems. But you know what? Madman's got a madman. I respect that. I am so hyped whenever it comes out. I'm gonna spam hammerheads like nobody's business.
Candy is asking, have you tried a game called Reventure, Ragnar?
A Reventure? I think I have it in my library, but no, I've never tried it. It's the one with like the... How do I say it? It's like the game that knows it's a game, and it gives you like those branching paths in the typical, like, hey, I want to break this genre sort of way. Okay, yeah, I know the game you're talking about.
Okay, you're not even built yet, and you're already yelling at me about not enough customers? Really?
Lol.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like with games, you know, if they don't have pre-orders, like, what's the point, you know? You gotta get all of the pre-orders. I actually know there was a store nearby that, like, they opened in one of those, like, fancy high-end districts nearby. And they were like, alright, look, we're gonna get a bunch of bookings for, like, I don't remember what it was, but they had a bunch of bookings that were like supposed to be scheduled, and they sold like only about a third because their prices were outrageous, and they canceled opening the store because clearly there wasn't enough interest. And I was like, the fuck?
Some of these business owners have a severe lack of sense.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like the world has a severe lack of sense right now. So I don't know if it's just the business owners or the planet as is. Unless you mean in Cities Skylines, in which case that's double the case.
Matter of fact, I was here last Tuesday.
No, I was meaning in the real world, but yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing makes sense anymore. I just want to curl up in bed, but I can't because I got work.
You never know what you're
I just want to be fluffy for a pause. Is that so much to ask for? But look at the plus side of work, Brian. Computer.
True, computer.
The plus side of work is you get to give Rygon more money.
Oh yeah, more
What's
money.
up? I like money.
I mean, Raigon is basically your god, so you should give him at least 10% of your income.
I can almost afford a washer and dryer.
At our god, I thought Raigon was the emperor of Igonia. Or was he the king?
Yes.
Raigon, please establish our hierarchical position in the kingdom of Igonia.
I am all, and all is me.
He is God King Raigon. God King Emperor Raigon.
Why does that sound like something from an anime?
I don't know, but I vote for Princess Raigon now.
Princess Trunks. I don't know why I'm laughing. Help.
I don't know why I ever laugh, so honestly, just embrace it. Embrace the chaos of your own laughter.
Oh boy, here we go. And I gotta be right back. I gotta move laundry.
Bye forever.
Now, I do have an idea for.
By the way, I did start up Stream Raiders, everybody, so do go place your troops for that. Please. The hell was that?
Oh, I fell.
You okay?
No, I fell in the game. Getting over it. I was doing so well and then I just zoomed.
I'm not gonna lie. I swear I thought somebody had a parrot and it squawked. And then I found out it was you, and it's like, oh.
People already say sometimes I'm enough like a bird. I don't need that anymore.
Well, then why don't you stop being a bird?
Because I like being a bird.
Well, then don't complain about people calling you a bird.
Yeah, but it's the thing a bird would do. Complain about being called a bird.
Well, I was about to say no, that's what a cat would do, but then I remembered you're a cat bird, so it makes sense.
Nope. That's what we call... I quit. Alt F4. I'm gonna go play Undertale.
You're getting over it?
Eventually. I'm slowly but surely advancing bit by bit. Basically, I take like 5 steps forward, then I take 3 steps back, then I take 5 steps back, then I go up 6 steps again, and then I end like 3 steps above where I started. By which I mean, I advance a little, fall back to the beginning, climb my way up to where I started, then get a little bit ahead, and then get scared to continue. I got a little bit ahead. I don't know how to keep progressing, so I'm just gonna stop there. I'm gonna go do the thing I haven't done in like a million years. I'm gonna go fight Sans, and that'll be my little relaxation. And Flowey's time machine.
Oh, have a good day at work, Can. Excuse me. Sorry. Have a good day at work, Candy. Thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate it.
It's a fairly good, like, we no longer.
I am back. I return victorious.
Hi.
Welcome back.
It's a little chilly outside, so I ran for a little bit.
Uh-huh.
I am currently enjoying this wonderful food. Thank you again for that, Spooky. I really appreciate it.
What's your name?
Mac and cheese.
No.
Wow. What mac and cheese is it?
White cheddar mac and cheese from Panera Bread.
Ooh.
I want garlic bread now.
I love this. Baldur's Gate 3 is locked on Steam until you enter your birthday.
I'm a little confused on why you love that.
It's a funny thing. It's a joke that I love.
Gotta love it when
Okay.
you
Oh,
gotta.
good.
I gotta love it when places are give me a thumbs down when I put a police station next to them.
Oh.
It's like, and what are you up to in there exactly?
To be entirely fair, I'd hate it because they're loud. It's like, do I feel safer living next to a fire station? Yes. Do I want the truck to blare out the horn and the sirens at 1 a.m.? No, I don't.
Oh, I need volunteers now.
Hmm?
I need one person who is a subscriber and one person who is not a subscriber to go click on the new channel point reward.
Hey, Valerie.
Yeah, let me just find you real quickly, because I can fulfill part of that.
Yep. I could do
Okay.
the subscriber part.
Okay, I hear the sound, so that's playing through.
I don't know if I'm still subscribed to you.
Oh god, now they're all overlapping.
Wait, where is this? In the stream? Or Discord?
All right, now I just need somebody who is not a subscriber to click on that button.
And we're just past Christmas. This is gonna be
Merle?
hard. You can get subs.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. Merle, could you do an exclamation point an SO for Rygon, please? Excuse me. Maybe somebody here isn't subscribed to him.
I know I've gotten so many gifts of subs recently. It's gonna be hard. Fine.
I know. I'm kind of in the same boat there.
I appreciate that, Merle. Yeah, I just need somebody to click on it who's not.
Ooh, somebody just did. Valerie Vixen.
Okay, I did hear the sound play on that one. Valerie, are you subscribed? No?
Oh, wait, there's
No, it says you are subscribed.
Yep.
Oh, wait.
We love that.
As just how many people you got subscribed, people who thought they weren't, just like, oh yeah, I'm not subscribed to you, let me go do that. Oh.
Yeah, you must have been gifted one. Apparently for 6 months. 6 months of gifts, I guess. No, you're good, Valerie. Yeah, and I can't do it myself because technically I'm always subscribed to my channel.
And you don't earn money for it, which is horrible.
I mean,
but it's whatever.
I mean, it would be worse if I had to pay for my own subscription.
Oh, true.
I have $5 to access my own stuff. Let's see. Let me try making a shout out on my channel and just say, hey, if you're not a subscriber, go click on this button real quick.
Oh no, but that's gonna be really difficult because I did give like so many.
I got a couple friends that barely come to Twitch that I'm gonna see if they might have one. Or not have one. Yeah, I poked a friend for you.
Perfect. I appreciate that, Zem. Because this is just basic test. If this actually works, then I can start modifying some of the other channel point redeems to become a subscriber only. And it was actually a really easy setup too. I mean, like I said, if this does work. And nobody should be losing any channel points from this. If I set the logic correctly, then it should refund your points regardless if you have subbed or not.
Wow.
And it's still 1 point or anything.
Yeah, it's just 1 point, but I know some people get finicky about that.
Touché.
For me, I get finicky when, even the 50-point redemption for the Marten bot, it bugs me when I forget to start it and somebody redeems it and it's like, oh, I know it's only 50 points, but I hate.
I mean, you can refund the points. It's just kind of out of your way to do so.
It's auto completed.
Oh, you set it to where it auto completes on the query?
Yeah.
Feel the backhand of justice.
But that's just me, myself, with my own personal hangups. It's like, I want to make sure they get what they pay for. Even if it is only 50, coins.
Yeah. I mean, imagine you got a new person, a new follower, right? And they spend those 50 points. And It's not redeemed. Like, I mean, personally, I'd feel pretty gypped on that because you don't get a lot of points when you follow initially. Like, it's like, what, 150 or so?
Yeah, it's 150. I know a lot of new followers. No, actually, I think it's 250. Because I know a lot
Either
of
way,
new
not a
followers
lot.
come in and do the random Marten vid and the head pats.
Mm-hmm.
That's 200 in total.
Yeah, so follower at least gives you 200.
Follower gives you 300, as far as I know.
But either way, it's still... I don't want their points being wasted. Thankfully, usually it's just, you know, existing people that come in and are like, yep, he just forgot again. I'm pretty sure the first person that redeems it every day expects to have their points wasted, because it's a reminder to me to start it.
Thank you for letting me know, so then I can torture you this entire week about that. I don't mean physically. I mean it in a fun way.
Joke.
You know what the best comeback to that is, Zim?
Dying.
No.
Call Brian a pet.
Oh, good point. You are a good pet, aren't you, Brian?
I'm not a... God, I have to look for this line. I'm not allowed to respond without Master Raigon's permission.
Good boy. You may respond.
Yeah. And yes, I am. Because I'm not insane, and because life is so much fun.
Oh, damn, I can't really continue until somebody non-subscriber pushes that button. Because I don't know if a dang thing works.
I think that might be my fault because I gave so many gift subs.
No, you're good. I mean, it's not like I'm going to
Actually,
say stop that.
I got an idea. Give me a moment here, because I do have the cobot that probably isn't.
Oh, yeah. So if you got a bot that can push that redemption reward once, that'd be good.
Wait, what am I kidding? I can just make a new account real quickly and just do that.
Well,
don't bother right now because I'm about
that.
to do that.
Ah.
Oh, verified accounts only.
Oh, yeah. I specifically did that to cut down on the bots. Should I go turn that off real quick?
I'd be for the best.
All right, give me a second then. If I can remember how. Let's see, was it in settings, stream, or was it moderation? All right, I turned both off real quick. Go ahead and do your thing.
I got,
Okay, it is not subscribed. Oh, but it's also got no points. Follow! There's 300.
Okay.
I redeemed
Damn it,
it.
it went through.
Yeah, I did not get the point back. I mean, Burrito. Sometimes Raigon is a Lucario. I know I've seen some Lucario TF for him.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Say again?
I said sometimes you are a Lucario.
Aha. Yes, I am. Sometimes. Add target info from who redeemed. Did that actually work?
I'm just in the corner over here trying to block out chat right now and trying not to think of that.
And thank you for the follow, Valerie. I hope you enjoy the channel. Yeah, this is just my project for the evening.
It's been 30 minutes. So there you go. There's a reminder timer.
Well, thank you. I'll do it with Stream Raiders in a minute.
Also, still got the touch. The muscle memory doesn't end. Only took 2 tries this time to beat Sans as opposed to 1,000,000 tries the first time.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm gonna do some trolling.
Oh,
I know
no.
a friend of mine like just saw me pop up in the game and they're like, "Oh, cool, you're playing Undertale. That's really nice." And I'm just sending them a screenshot of the part after you beat Sans. Like, I farmed some XP and beat this guy. This is how you play the game. It's been like 20 minutes since I opened it. So confused.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Beerus.
As all good things go.
That's true. Sure, adorable.
Okay, could you have that bot press that button one more time, Zen?
Sure thing.
Okay, the sound did not play. I got it right this time.
Nice.
I will say I did not get my point back.
You did not get your point back. Okay, give me a second on that. Because I have it to do a redemption council. You're down 2 points.
Yes.
It says you can set the status of redemption using this action, the usual caveat. If the reward must have been created by CPH for it to modify the status of redemptions. Canceling a redemption, this will refund the channel points back to the user that redeemed it. Alright, let me look at that. Oh.
And there you go, Spooky.
Stuff button. You're fine.
You get naked Asher now.
Okay.
Right.
Not naked Ash.
Ow! Well, that's not a collar. It doesn't come off.
Are you setting a good example for your followers? Are you on a journey to find freshness?
That sounds like a skid waiting happened. Someone trying to take Asher's collar and it's like, "It's not a collar, please stop." And you get like a little like crying doggo face.
The ultimate destination.
Oh, I can bring that up.
Why, hello, Janet.
Hi, Stanley.
Burrito? No, it's not.
It sure is.
Common groceries.
Hey, Robert.
It's twice as nice.
Adorable.
I'm not looking. I'm not looking. I'm not looking.
You know you want to. It's
Right,
the
God,
Asher.
will you
It's
make-
so cute. Look at it.
What's up?
Will you make him look?
Brian.
Please, no. I don't want to be sad. I really don't want to be sad.
Brian.
Oh,
Look.
Great. My life is in ruins. My life is in shambles. There's
That's
nothing
a
I can
good
do.
pet. I'll reward you later.
Hey.
Burrito, that all depends on where it's located. There are some spots that, if it's located there, well, no, it's not an option.
Which is most likely why Ash was being given chemotherapy drugs. But who knows? The only person that knows about it is currently knocked out. If Asher dies, Magna's gonna cry because literally there is nothing he can do, and he's gonna think, but there's something I could have done. Maybe if this or that, and maybe a start of Dark Asher. No, sorry, Dark Magna arc.
If Asher dies, it's gonna be all about Magna.
Oh no. Magna is just gonna be depressed on the side. Everyone's like, Jace is gonna cry. Magna's gonna be like, mad scientist, here we go. But to be fair, I'm Kerr's favorite for when it comes to torture.
I mean, there is an argument to be said for that, yes. However, I would also like to point out the fact that... What have you actually had done to you? There, Brian.
To be fair, he made me cry when he brought back the one character and then immediately, like 3 sessions later, brought it back to literally be like, hey, I can't save you anymore. And then that's like it so far, but Asher is like, fucking, I got cancer. And Magnus crying on the inside because he's like, ah.
Jace has had his world turned upside down. He has had one of his sons completely deleted. And now the other one's got cancer. Well, he's had it all along, but it just got revealed. I don't think you're Kerr's favorite for torture. I think, point for point, Jace has it far worse.
Yeah, I'll be completely fair. Yes, he does have a whole lot worse. And Burrito, with that radioactive gold, specific isotopes and everything will work, but that's only if we can find any. But even then, I'll have to proceed. I'll have to do an operation in order to do that.
And I'm pretty sure if you just like sure, radioactive gold, you'd end up with a few more cancers along the way. I want to see Chernobyl. I wish I could see Chernobyl again for the first time.
What the fuck?
Such a good series.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
No, not the incident, the series. I should specify.
Yeah, I'd like to see this horrible disaster again and again and again and again.
No, in 2024, no. The last thing we need is a nuclear meltdown in 2024. Oh god. I'm putting it on the bingo card. Where's my bingo card for 2024?
Yeah, it is a brand new year with plenty of opportunities for horrible things to happen.
I mean, apparently Japan got hit. Give me a second.
He got popular a little bit.
He must originally be created by StreamerBot for the sub-action to work. Okay.
Wow.
Oh god.
So to start off the new year for Japan.
Duffings is sending love to everyone.
At 4:10 p.m. they got hit with an earthquake on the 1st of January.
7.5 magnitude earthquake.
At least 48 dead.
Oh, yeah. That's very unfortunate.
Thankfully, at least no tsunami risk right now. At least that they've limited most of the warnings. Yeah, there's also another one. I looked up Japan and immediately came up to that, and also a passenger plane exploded in Japan.
Shit, when?
Today, like 10 minutes ago. Passenger plane and a Coast Guard aircraft collided on the runway at Tokyo's Haneda Airport.
Feel the backhand of justice!
Japan can't take a break.
Sam, that was bad timing.
I had no control over that popping up. Like,
There's a bear.
Yeah. But Jesus Christ, Japan can't take a break.
Honestly, at least on the plus side, that air collision could have been far worse. I'm reading now that basically everyone was able to get out, except for the Coast Guard aircraft, which is still a tragedy, but that could have been really far worse. I just saw a plane crash hundreds, and I immediately clicked like, oh no, okay, hundreds evacuated.
I changed it to where it does not skip the queue. So try it one more time, Zim, and see if your points get refunded.
all right, one sec. It got refunded.
Perfect. So I just had to make sure it doesn't skip the queue then.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I figured out how to do sub-only channel point rewards.
Let's go.
Let's go. Whoop whoop.
I'm gonna be classist now.
What? No.
Brush a soft dirt off my shoulder. Hello, non-tier 1 subscribers. And then the tier 3 looking down at us like peasants.
All 3 of them who randomly got gifted. They're like, what do I do with this?
Hey, to be fair, I was subscribed to tier 2 for the longest time.
You were. I'm glad you made smart money decision.
I used to look down at the plebs, and then I went like, I want to be part of the plebs.
Well, you know what? I might create some exclusive ones for tier 2 and tier 3 if I'm able to figure out how. So who knows? Because I want, like, obviously I don't want to push people to spend money unnecessarily, but I'd like to give a little bit of a reward to people who spend the little extra.
Valerie Vixen sees an accounting error. To fix it, we need to raise prices for 10 minutes.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Tax time. Honestly, I don't know how bad it is in Cities Skylines 2. All I remember of Cities Skylines 1 is that you could crank your taxes all the way up and nobody gave a shit and you were like, the fuck is wrong with these people?
Right.
They doubled my tax rate for my home. I would hope.
We're gonna be I'm gonna be losing a lot of people over that.
The population.
Because a lot of them are struggling as is.
Oh man.
Burrito, if I have to pull a magic school bus, there's gonna be so many rolls and everything.
The more I hear about Cities Skylines 2, the more like representative of the year it was released it's in. Like, it's apparently harder like for people to like subsist off of like a maximum tax rate. Go figure. And it's like all the small businesses struggle, and then you set up the high density commercial zones and you go burr. Or at least you level them up and they go burr. But then everything small struggles. And then the game struggles to run at like 30 FPS. It's just like 2023. Actually, don't know how it's for. Has it been better performance-wise, or is it still like?
Oh, it does a lot better. They've definitely made some good improvements.
Well, that's good. I definitely remember it releasing again. I was like, I'm gonna give it a week before I buy it because I'm really hyped for it. But it's a Paradox game. I'm not trusting them, even though I trust them mostly on City Skyline.
Yeah.
All right. Last test. GibGab, would you mind doing the subscribe, or not the subscribe? Would you mind testing it and telling me if your channel point got taken?
Hey, Era. Good to see you again.
I'm gonna reload just in case. Yes, it did.
Just give me a second. The sound's playing. Sena?
Yes, it did.
It did get taken? Perfect. I had to put in an empty space for the redemption itself, so that way, like, you know, the action's successful, it can go through without doing anything else. It's just there just to say, yes, go through. Hey, Era, good to see you.
Hi, Era. Yeah, don't worry. I'm not doing anything ominous over here. Burrito definitely wasn't trying to make me do something ominous.
It's not ominous. It's just terrifying.
Era, Magna is over here making Asher's cancer all about him.
I mean, is the Digimon series not all about Magna right now?
Oh my god, shut up. Shut up.
The worst part is
Yeah.
like...
Yeah, Era, it's kind of like the only thing that seems to matter is that how Magna's gonna respond to, you know, Asher and such.
Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh no. Era's gonna be just like flying overhead and just immediately just knock on my window door and be like, what you talking about?
I don't think this helps your current predicament.
I just know I'm about to die. You just want to talk, right, Era? Just want to talk? Because what's with that shotgun?
Sometimes I feel like
Oh. I was just gonna say, Era's not gonna be mad, he's just gonna be disappointed.
Not the disappointment, oh no.
Well, feel free to collect anymore.
make an extremely corny dad joke.
It's Rygon's job, I think.
Yeah, that's Rygon.
Are you really a parent if you've never made a dad joke?
Oh. God. Not all yellow.
Okay. Let's see if I can get this working.
Okay, this is the kind of pain. I wanted to play it like a couple of weeks ago, and then I kind of forgot about Cities Skylines too. And then for like Christmas, once I got the second paycheck, I was like, all right, I need to go get people games on Steam for like a group of friends that are close. And I've like usually every year I like to throw them a gift. And one of them had like 2 games, and one of them was Cities Skylines, and I was like, Some sacrifices I make.
Ooh, I like this response, Era.
But I could buy one.
Oh, I finished all of it, Spooky. It was very good. I started with the sandwich.
Yeah, Burrito, we're gonna need to do that. We're gonna need to do that.
And that's how I lost my medical license.
I was murdered like 5 times in a row.
Choice. Jordy boy, thank you very much for that follow and welcome. Hello from Scotland. Well, hello. We got a few people from Europe that come by.
Make a terrible Scottish accent.
I am not going to attempt that. I would rather keep the new viewer, thank you.
Alright, fine, I'll do it for you.
Oh no.
Oh no. You don't want to upset the Scots.
It was nice having you, Jordy boy.
Let me think of a good pun. Okay, I thought it was a good pun.
Wait, before you say it, I gotta ask a question to Jordy boy. What part of Scotland are you from?
Oh, you mean before Rygon drives them off?
Yes.
Anyway, so my car got scratched the other night. You can say I'm kind of keyed up.
I hate that I know that one.
I hate you.
I don't get it.
I wish I couldn't get it. Why did you miss like 1 row over there?
Oh, buildings can be a maximum of 6 by 6. And I wanted this building attached to this road instead of this road.
Right, less traffic.
Yeah. Because this road's a bigger road than this one, so I wanted it to make sure that it was attached to this road.
Honestly, sometimes I think I should have been a civil engineer, just so that I could be like, alright, give me like $20 and I'll review your city and Cities Skylines.
Go to college for many years, have thousands upon thousands of dollars of debt, just so you could get $20 here and there to review somebody's city.
Hey, You know Cities Skylines player. You know the engineer could make bucks off of that.
Oh, you can fix the taxes now. It's done.
Oh, thank God.
I know, like, one of my uncles, he does civil engineering, and he, like, one of my cousins showed him City Skylines, and he looked at my cousin's city, and he was like, "This is terrible." He just like gave him a whole crash course on traffic management because he specifically works in public transit shit, and he's like, also, you know my specialty. You really should build a metro. And just like, like an hour or 2 hour long talk about the city, and then cousin was like, I mean,
I regret this.
Oh, he took the advice to heart. He just went like, I know, I was just trying to make an American style city. Because the trick is my uncle lives in South America.
Huh.
It's a little different.
All right. Gab, could you redeem the tomato toss?
Tomato toss, tomato toss. How much is the tomato toss?
It's still just one. It still just costs one.
Oh. I see.
Okay. Did it take your points?
Let me double check. Yes.
Perfect. Okay. And now, if somebody who's not a subscriber, could redeem Tomato Toss in about a minute, that would be fantastic.
Let me know when.
I put a minute redemption just to check to see if it actually has a cooldown on it. Okay, good. It does. We got about 30 seconds left.
Rygon, Era wants to borrow Brian.
Okay.
The reason is in chat.
Yeah, let me take a look at your thing. Yes. Yes, you may. Brian's been kind of naughty recently, and they need some exercise.
Before I buy the advanced crop plots, we can now buy the advanced.
Can confirm. Brian, a good boy.
Okay.
Oh no, where do I need
Apparently, okay, you got the point back, but it still played through. Okay. Okay. I'll need to figure this out.
On my way.
I am just vibing right now with just click, drag, click, drag, click, drag, click, drag.
You have so much patience. I would have just done like massive click and drag over the whole area.
Cool.
I
Can
don't know how you
I?
do this.
What's up?
Hold up, give me a second. Era, can I get that address? I gotta get into the car and drive over.
Welcome to Go Nuts Donuts, the best donuts in town. We've got grapes and crawlers and creepy, crazy, crunchy critters. It's a full-on horror show at Go Nuts Donuts. Bet you won't last 5 minutes. Go Nuts Donuts. Fashion is my passion. Having a craving for saving too. Go to With quantity over quality.
Oh, probably another hour, Rin.
Unless we're not going game.
What y'all do? Cosmeteer?
Yeah. I'm thinking I'll switch to Cosmeteer in probably an hour, maybe an hour and a half.
Okay.
So yeah, sleep well. Nap well, Rin.
Keep the message. We could also just like separate.
Did I show you the long boy I made in Cosmeteer?
No.
Let me pull it up.
When are you gonna come play Cosmeteer with us?
Great question. Normally I suck at it. Though I'm usually not up to joining just because normally I get blown up and I have to reload. But last time I played over here, I've actually been doing really well. Maybe.
Well, that's the benefit of playing with us is, you know, you got others here to help you rebuild. Like, I just rebuilt a ship for Rin after they got blown up last.
Touche. Also, there you go. I sent you the thing I made. I had too much fun with it.
Oh my god.
It's just crewmen all the way down with like one layer of armor. You slap a single mild projectile on the middle and the entire thing blows up. It's wonderful. I actually made a half-decent ship last time though. I was very surprised at how decently well it actually kind of performed. I have only been blown up one time and it's because I was being careless. I namely did it because I took the Battleship School of Logic of, you know what? What if I just broadside? But still give it enough forward firepower to just like stare at someone so that if someone tries to flank me, they die. But if they stare at me from the front, they die. And it worked, much to my surprise. I'm gonna check something. Do I have like the death cube I made?
Very nice, Valerie. Hopefully one of the extra multiplayer mods will get updated soon, so that way we can have more than 4. That's the main thing that's just limiting on how many can join is, well, it only allows 4.
Makes sense. Oh yeah, do you play with mods?
Yes. As of last night.
Oh dear, what y'all
Star
packing?
Wars.
Ooh. Alright, you've interested me. I can't confirm or deny that the very first thing I did was pulled up a Venator ship design.
So, fair warning, the Star Wars weapons are very strong. Okay, Era. See you soon.
Wait, your cat eats the plastic? Wow.
Who doesn't eat plastic?
I did at one point help.
Yeah, like it's when you're a kid and you have like I don't know, you're in like a muffin or a cupcake and you have like a little plastic wrapping around the side and you accidentally bite into it and you're like, ah.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I totally
also
did
one time-
not. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go got it.
I totally did not at one point eat the wrapper.
You know the Reese's candy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like the ones that come in little circles and they have like the little wrapping around them. I didn't know.
Cups?
Yes. I didn't know that was wrapping. At least not at first sight. I was just like, you know, autopiloting eating the chocolate. And then I went and grabbed it and I was like, this is kind of weirdly chewy. It tastes kind of weird. And then it clicked. It just...
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
That's okay. I blame you.
Yeah, I blame myself. Hell yeah, blame me. Make me feel guilty. Please cripple me emotionally. what Star Wars mods do you pack, or is it like a lot of them?
Go in the game night and hangout channel. I've got a link to a collection for it.
Perfect. Let's go. Thank you. Much appreciated. Let me unsubscribe from everything else I have. That way I can just turn on all these mods. I'm throwing out the weird opinion that honestly, in hindsight, like a few years down the line in hindsight, Asgore and Undying the Undying were like the best teams in Undertale.
Yeah.
Megalovania's cool, but damn, I love Asgore's team. I love Undying the Undying's. Just random thing I had to get out of my head. Also Muffets. Spider Dance is great. And if you're wondering why I'm talking Undertale, I blame Zim for the million Undertale songs that play from the playlists. They're remixes.
Mahaha!
How dare you?
Bakash! Hello!
Hi, Pakash.
I am low.
Oh.
I could use those, yes. They would be appreciated.
That storage ring is kind of cool.
Oh yeah, the storage ring is really neat.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking of.
I wonder if I can make a fighter.
Yes, you can. It's got things built in that, 1x2 cockpit that comes with a bed and fire extinguisher, as well as airlock.
That's awesome. Perfect. That can be an X-Wing pilot. I cannot wait unironically until they finally add in carriers in game, like in base game.
Same. I am so
really
excited for that.
Yeah, because like what I don't want to make like a warship directly. Like sure, I'll make a ship with a little bit of gun, but basically I want to make a big warship, and just like have the ships do the thing for me. Like, oh, I need to replace them post battle. That's fine. They're small and it's relatively expendable. Or if they're like much harder hitting ships, then at least send them out on the squadron and minimize the chance I lose one of them. But I just want to sit there and let my ships do the work. I'm easy like that.
Yeah, I really hope that they add carriers soon. And actual proper one member, like by default, one crew person ships.
Yeah. I mean, not to worry. At the rate at which Cosmeteer is updated, it'll probably be done in forever.
I don't know, they seem to be putting out updates pretty frequently.
Yeah, they're just small updates.
That is fair.
Cry.
Once you have six,
I mean, I can understand why. I don't actually shit talk them for their, like, I don't assume they're a big team. And honestly, I respect the dedication to ensuring that most of the game remains at the core relatively similar without breaking everything. But also, damn, I would love a big shakeup.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So on the Army subreddit, there's
Oh, no.
this post called Biggest Screw Up in the New Year. And somebody's like, none as of yet. I also haven't checked my email. And the first thing that pops up in my head is like, oh no, do I need to check my email?
You should. I recommend checking emails. I haven't checked my work email. Because fuck that. I'm not at work. But do as I do, and not as do as I say, not as I do.
Give me a second.
Fear.
Valerie, I already have that set up. It's set up as a collection on the Discord. It's available there. We were just saying that.
No, Burrito, please don't mention UPS. I don't want to hear that word. I'll listen to it tomorrow. I could do so much more.
Why? What happened to the smart card reader? Why is it so gummy with opening up and closing?
I don't know, Gib Gab. I think you should share the story about your recent experiences with UPS.
Again? Do you really want to hear it again?
I mean, it's been a very long time since I got to enjoy a Gib Gab rant. At least on voice.
I just don't even know where to start. Like... Look, I can rant about
well,
two things.
Here, I'll help you out. I'll help you out. Alright, you ready? You ready?
Uh-huh.
In the beginning.
I have two rants in mind. I can rant about Stellaris or I can rant about the UPS at work. What do you want me to rant about?
The UPS.
I'll give you the option. Okay.
And the Stellaris.
Fine. You get free content. Look, the UPSs are interesting, okay? Because there's something you should never do with a UPS, and it's plug a UPS into a UPS. A UPS is rated for a certain wattage. These UPSs are rated for either 500 or 550, because some of them are slightly different. That's fair. If you have a UPS with a 500 watt battery, and you plug in another UPS, same capacity, what happens? If that UPS can handle up to 500 watts, and you connect, say, 300, and then you connect 400 into the other UPS, that's 700 watts going into one UPS battery. If that battery doesn't have proper fail-safes or protections, it could genuinely melt the connectors, catch on fire, explode, leak. It's not good, not safe. It also kills the battery life if it does still have some proper protections. Don't do it. It's bad. It's a genuine fire safety risk. In some places, it's against building code. It can get you sued, shut down, investigated, or a variety of other genuine legal consequences. And I remember being told, hey, I heard the beeping of a UPS, which means a battery needs replacing in a computer lab. Cool, I go check it out. I remove one of the batteries to unplug it. Like, I'm removing the UPS because the UPSs are mounted to the bottom of the table. And they're screwed in. Basically, there's the UPS is meant to slide sideways because it's mounted via screws. And there's a screw in the way to prevent people from just sliding it out. That way it can't fall by accident, for example. So I'm removing the screw. It's a little pain in the ass, but fine. I'm checking the UPSs. They look ancient. That's fine. Half of the thing in there is like ancient. It's just how workplaces go, especially when they're low budget. Cool. So I pull it open, and I'm replacing the battery because the battery is totally dead. New battery works. Okay, perfect. And then I start checking the other UPSs, and I'm noticing a lot of them are beeping, and beeping means battery replacement needed. So I'm like, oh god, do we even have enough batteries? And then, like, I kind of autopiloted it because I was leaving in like an hour, and I received a call. It's like, hey, we can pick you up like an hour later. Is it alright if you leave an hour earlier from work? Or an hour earlier. Is it alright if you leave an hour earlier from work? Because we only have one car, and we're sharing it between like 6-7 people. Cool, I'm gonna ask. They said yes. It was right before, like, Christmas break. So I'm doing the thing, and I'm like, I can quickly replace 3 batteries in 15 minutes, that's nothing. And then to boot, they had told me, okay, after that, also make sure they're all on power surge. The UPS has 2 sides. One of them is power surge only, it protects against power surges. The other is the power surge plus the battery. You want them connected to the battery, because when they're connected to the battery, if the power goes out, it switches to the battery, the computer user gets a chance to save the data, and then they like turn off the computer. Or it runs out of battery and it turns off the computer anyway. There's no reason why it shouldn't be connected to battery. And I was checking the lab, and I noticed that all of them were connected to the power surge instead of battery, and I'm like, that's kind of weird. I guess if all the batteries are dead, but like, why wouldn't they just replace the batteries, right? So I'm already like, something is weird here. Every UPS has two things connected to it, the monitor and the PC. It's a little excessive because they're shitty Dell Office computers. You could probably connect two of them to a UPS, but I understand being safe. I'm a part of that school of magic. Don't mess with UPSs, don't mess with power supplies. Just keep it safe. Cool. And then I see a third connector on one of them. And it looks like the UPS's connector. And I see that the UPS is connected to a UPS. And that UPS is connected to a UPS which is connected to the wall, because the other two wouldn't reach to the wall. So someone decided in their infinite wisdom, I'll just plug a UPS into a UPS into a UPS to plug that into the wall. And it'll be like an extension. And you should never do that. Ever. Period. Please. If you have that at home, please unplug it. Because that's a 500 watt UPS going into a 500 watt rated UPS going into a 500 watt rated UPS. If all three of them max out, that's 1500 watts going into a single UPS rated for 500. That is very not bad. You should never do that. Please. Never daisy chain UPSs. It also killed the battery life. And we know, because all of them are dead. There were like 25 UPSs in that lab. And like, we had like 22 dead batteries, and one of them died while I was testing them. So that's like 23 dead batteries out of 25. Either they hadn't been replaced in years, and someone decided in their infinite wisdom, instead of replacing the battery, I can imagine, because it's annoying as fuck to replace those batteries, because I literally had to go there for like 5-6 hours just to replace, like, unplug all the UPSs, disconnect them all, unscrew them all, check the batteries individually, make sure it wasn't the plugs, the connectors, everything, because everything in that lab is compromised. I don't know what's damaged and what isn't. I had to check everything. That took a long time, because unscrewing each UPS individually was a bit of a pain in the ass. And then checking each of them individually, because we don't have a battery tester. Of course, it gets worse. Thankfully, most of the UPSs themselves were fine. There's like a couple of them that are like bunked, right? But there was also a bigger problem. And it's that more of them were actually separately bunked than I thought. See, you know how I said you shouldn't put 1500 watts into a 500 watt connector? Turns out some of those connectors had melted the plastic shroud around them. And that's not good. They probably also just borked the APC's connector, the UPS's connector. The brand is APC, so we call them APC sometimes. It probably also borked some of the UPS's connectors too, which is why some of them just weren't working, even with new batteries. So out of safety, I took everything that looked like chocolate instead of metal, and I put it to the side. And some of them had even sulfated, which, if you're not aware, these use lead acid batteries, or these use lead batteries, which means chemical stuff. Sometimes sulfur comes in contact with the connector. This is not usually bad. The heat of the connector from the UPS to the battery, when the battery's on, usually it heats up and it removes the sulfate that's gathering on the connector. It's a problem that fixes itself. The only way you worry about it is either if something goes very wrong, or if the battery goes unused for a very long time. Which, top tip, if you have a UPS and you haven't had to use the battery mode for a while, check it. You should honestly run it in battery for every 2 or 3 months just to keep that safe, especially if it's a lead battery, depending on the type of battery. It can be a problem, and either way you should check it every now and then. Don't check it if you're not a technician. If it begins beeping, that's bad though. That's just my disclaimers. Don't check it if you're not a technician and you don't know what you're doing, but maybe run it in battery mode every couple of months, just to give it a little, little power surge. Run it in battery mode for 5-10 minutes. It's fine. But basically, the whole thing was A, a giant fire safety hazard, B, a lawsuit waiting to happen, and C, some of those, because it's basically the positive and the negative, where the battery connects to the UPS. And that shit genuinely looked more like a fucking anthill at times than metal. It's just like a weird gathering of gray and green and brown on top of the metal. It was disgusting. I didn't want to touch that. If they told me to remove the battery and clean it, I would have said no, because I'm more afraid of that being a fire safety hazard than anything, and I don't want to touch it. I don't want to breathe that shit. it when you touch it, when you like begin to wiggle it, it like starts to like crack and crust and turn into a bit of a powder. I wasn't gonna mess with that shit. When I just saw like the little mountain of sulfation on the thing, I just closed it and went like, nope, that's unusable, total loss, putting it on the card, we're not plugging this in again, I'm not even testing it. Fuck that. If they have someone who can handle this, who can remove it and keep it safe, I ain't that person. Not touching that. So out of the 25 UPSs, each costing about like $90 to $100 before tax, about 10 of them were a loss. 23 of the 25 batteries were a loss. And honestly, I don't even know how it happened, but I saw one of the fucking plugs on the wall had like the 3 prongs like broken off into it and they were blackened out, and I was like, what the fuck happened here? So what do I know? I don't know how any of that happened. I don't know why any of that happened, because I know the people working in there, and I know at least a couple of them are very safety oriented. One of them is terrified of getting sued. I can understand it. I'm just wondering how that got past anyone. Someone had to approve it, someone had to install it, someone had to do anything. So I don't know what went wrong or there. All I know is I spent way too long in there, and it was a pain in the ass. And I'm sick and tired of it. I just want it to be done with, like, bruh. And just because why not? We don't have enough batteries or UPSs to replace all of them. So that lab is temporarily broken. And I don't know what to fucking do. And my boss was away for the entirety of the vacation time. And I messaged him and I could tell he didn't want to deal with it. Like, I was just recording the things like, hey, we have this many damage. We have this many batteries not working. We have this many replacements. We have this many battery replacements. We can figure it out when you get back. And I can tell he didn't want to deal with it because he's like quote unquote on vacation. He's still working as a director. Like, we have to ask him questions every now and then. I just didn't want to bother him, but this was such a like, oh god, what the fuck are we gonna do? Because he's like, oh, just check them and replace the ones that aren't broken. Put a new extension on it, for all of them. We have enough extensions, but as one of my coworkers pointed out, we don't want to do that because if we have one extension plugged into the wall, A, you shouldn't plug the UPSs into like power strips. You should use single extensions for each UPS to the wall, because that's what the company recommends. Regardless of what happens, I'm gonna listen to the company because I don't want to get blamed for anything, and it says that on their disclaimer website. And B, if that power strip fails, if that power strip overloads the wall outlet, if something bad happens, that's a singular failure point for all of the PCs connected to the power strip. So I am not doing that. We shouldn't do that. We're not doing that. But I also don't want to reinstall everything because it was a pain in the ass to uninstall, and I don't reinstall everything, and I'm gonna have to do it because I'm the one who knows how that lab works inside out now, and I don't. I want to cry.
Ah, that was so refreshing. Now, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take a UPS, plug it into another UPS, plug that into another UPS, and then another one, and then make a nice big circle, and then you've got infinite power.
I can confirm that is exactly how it works, of course. Just never plug any of them into the wall, or anything into any of them.
I just want to... I don't know if the UPS is the same thing that the military has. Is it the uninterruptible power supply?
Yes.
Cool, exact same thing. That hurts my brains, seeing that happen.
Chrysos, give me a Wii right now.
A Wii. Infinite power.
Yeah.
Really? Chrysos!
Hi.
Also, Ikrit, I saw you earlier. I'm sorry if I missed you, but hello. It's good to see you, Ikrit. You are a very good boy.
Era, do you mean just throw the magna right in front of the explosion before you could get hit? Is that what you mean by, I will be fine, I know what I'm doing?
Send Gib Gab your hugs? Okay.
I'll take them. I'll need them tomorrow. Today I'm still relaxed because that's not my problem until tomorrow. Tomorrow, it's a later me problem. Hopefully it's not even a later me problem. Hopefully I can just pawn off all the work onto my coworker for having to deal with the lab and I'll just deal with the tickets again. I want to help people again. I'm sick and tired of that lab. Oh yeah, that also relates into a funny side note. We had we have a local place that we send used batteries and bad UPSs to, because they just pick them up quickly and then they take them away and recycle them and shit. I don't know what they do, but I'm assuming they do good shit, and they pay us for it, right? And it's cool. And I remember last time he came around, it was a different person from the same company. So the administrative assistant we have at the department that normally handles him, she was like, "Who are you?" And it's like, "Oh, I work for this guy." "Oh, okay." And he gave us a card, and it's like, "Hey, if you need us, just call us." And half of us didn't know who that person was. Obviously, I'm new; I didn't know who they were, but we'd never actually gotten their contact info for the company. And we decided to keep it just in case we had an emergency and we really needed really quick batteries, because normally we order them from a shipping service, but they've taken forever the last few days. So since the last few months they haven't been timely with their deliveries, and we need a lot of them emergency. That dude's gonna get a huge paycheck very soon, because we're gonna be like, "Hello, we'd like 20 batteries." That's gonna be $600.
Wow. Also, hello there, everybody.
Hello, Raharu.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, right on your back.
Oh yeah, I've been here the whole time.
Oh.
For some reason, I thought you stepped away.
No, you're working on the what? Also, Ragon.
What's up?
Where is it? One sec. I can find it. There you go. There you go. Get right.
And there's a few interesting things I can do with this, but I don't know if I'll be able to do it with tomato toss.
Tomato toss.
Yeah, tomato toss utilizes the Twitch integrated throwing system.
I see.
I don't think there's an integration with that for StreamerBot to help determine if it should go off or not.
I see.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still testing it, but if the redemption gets redeemed, period. Yeah. Obviously, I don't want it to go through. So I'm still trying to figure things out. Alright, I'm having a heck of a time setting source visibility.
Ooh.
Gib, you seen what Rin said in chat?
Yes.
God, that's a lot of paperwork.
Rin, I thought you were sleeping. You had to come back to tell this story related to your own. At PetSmart, you have a UPS unit connected to each register and computer in the store. A while back, you had a store call you because one of their registers wouldn't power on. No power or lights to the register at all. The UPS was off. Had them turn on the UPS. Suddenly, the register got power. And then the store says, "Oh, so, it's on fire." Oh, God.
Or why it was turned off.
So it turns out they had every single UPS in the store all connected to that register and had 10 various chargers, Bluetooth speakers, fans, and random assorted other things connected to the UPSs.
God.
The register UPS units are 650 watts. The ones for the computers are 500 watts. The one connected to the wall was a 500 watt one. As soon as they turned it on, the whole thing burst into flames. Oh, God.
You can read it. I'm hyperventilating at that.
I'm dying on the inside over here because if that happened while I was over in Korea, we had to use the UPS, first off, that would be a major issue because that means the power died. But second, if everything was on fire, everyone would be jumping to go run to an outside ladder just to go down 8 feet. Not 8 feet, 8 stories.
Alright, I don't blame you. But this, like, I'm sorry, this just terrifies me. This is the kind of, like, fear that I have when I install a UPS at work, and it's not in an inconvenient location so people can't connect things to it. Because I have explicitly connected a UPS and told someone, look, we're connecting a little more than we should to it. Don't connect anything, or it might explode. This is not a joke, this is a serious warning. If you manually, like, physically connect something to it and we see it, we're going to disconnect whatever you have because it's a fire risk. And it's not serious. I just say that to scare them because I don't want them to connect anything to the UPS. Because before we know, they'll connect a fucking printer to the UPS that already has the PC and the monitor. Because there's been people that do it and we've had to disconnect it and tell them, no, please don't do it. And that already makes me like, no.
Good.
Amazing.
Shout out to the one coworker who had two PCs and 3 monitors connected to a single UPS, and I was like, "No, don't do that." And we brought them another UPS.
I would have gone bankrupt in Korea because I accidentally, I accidentally spilt water on a piece of equipment.
Oh no.
Oh no. What piece of equipment?
Not allowed to say.
Touché. The simple question is, was it expensive? Or also not allowed to say.
They had to replace the system.
No.
I mean,
so that was in between 3 and 4K.
Ooh.
I will also say it's the military. Everything they have is stupidly overpriced because, well,
It's the military and they got bottomless pockets.
Exactly. Companies are more than happy to take advantage of the military.
It's not even.
Back. I'm gonna go eat pizza.
Okay. Honestly, I'm gonna be serious. It's not even companies. Any institution gets gouged out on prices, and 99% of the time it's Dell. I swear to God. Like, it's like. Okay. Slide on the right. On one hand, I can understand why sometimes institutions will overpay. Like, a lot of times, for example, if you look at military budgets, it doesn't make sense. You can go like, oh, look, this third world country got like this tank for like $500,000 and the military spent 70 million on one tank. But then you look at a lot of the budgeting and it's like, yeah, the tank was overpriced, don't get me wrong. But then it also like, alright, but this accounts for 5 years worth of maintenance, ammunition for testing, deployment, logistics, technicians, and everything for the tank, plus a replacement tank, plus the recovery vehicle. Like, it adds up a bunch of stuff, and that makes sense. And like a lot of institutions and companies will do the same. Well, they'll go like, yeah, we're paying $1,500 for the shitty Dell computer that costs like $500. But they themselves are mostly paying for the warranties, the support, the guarantees, and then to like be able to call Dell, be like, yo, my computer broke, give me another one. And within 2 days, Dell just gives them a replacement, no questions asked. So they pay a little extra for that. And that I can understand. Because sometimes you just want Dell to give you a computer in 2 days. You don't want to haggle with the warranty and the ship, and you pay Dell enough that Dell won't bother you with that. But also, that fucking Dell computer is not worth $1,500. My computer is cheaper than that. And my computer fucking destroys any Dell computer we have at work. And it's just because Dell looks at a company, and my coworker, it blew my mind when my coworker's like, oh look, this Dell computer has like an 13500 and no GPU and like a 400 watt power supply. This is a pretty good computer. Oh look, it's cheap, it's only 1400 USD. And I cried inside. Because I went with him. I went into the prices for like the Dell computers. And I saw like a computer from like 2 years ago with like, or like 1 or 2 years ago, and it has like a 12500, so like just one generation older CPU. And it cost like $800. And I'm like, don't overpay, because nobody in this shit is gonna actually fully use a 13500. Just give them like a generation older and save yourself half the price. Like, what the fuck? I don't know. Institutions overpay for everything. I hate it.
I hate it.
I cannot be allowed into accounting. I'm going to scream at everything and everyone.
Oh no.
To be fair, when it comes to companies going for... Like, for me, I buy a computer And I can wait, a couple of weeks to a month or possibly even more depending on where I'm going, what I'm getting and stuff. Whereas companies, they need those computers, they need a lot of computers much faster.
Yeah, but that I understand. That's why I'm not even saying like, oh, have your technicians build the PCs, because that I fully understand. But I would rather like pay 1,000 instead of 1,500, or a 12,500 versus a 13,500, because that's realistically the difference. And sure, you might go, I want that PC to last me one more year. But when you're buying like 20 of them, now you're talking, would you rather pay $30,000 for this lab or $20,000 for this lab? And functionally speaking, you're like, at most, you're really gonna see like 1 to 2 year shorter lifespan. And that's like considering they're already gonna get like a 6-7 year lifespan in that lab, because that they take forever to replace those computers. So I would probably want to save the $10,000, but maybe that's just me. And shout out to whoever big brain installing a fucking 13700 in a computer lab that it exclusively basically uses Google Chrome, because that is an insane amount of overkill. And I checked the prices for what they spent on it. They could have saved upwards of $15,000 and basically not noticed any significant difference, because they're just using Google Chrome. I was gonna have I bit my tongue and I was just like, maybe for next time we should look at different available options and the realistic needs, because I feel like that may have been a little too much. Because yes, I would love to have that as my work computer. I'm doing the technician shit. I have like a 6250. That shit's ancient and it works because it has an SSD and like 32 gigs of RAM, because thank God the person who was building my PC with the day that I was like off early, he put in more RAM, and that's all I personally need at work. A student doing a test on Blackboard doesn't need much more than what I have already, and my shit's ancient. They basically got a CPU that I would have in my computer, like for genuine use, like in gaming and workloads, and they put it for using Google Chrome, and it doesn't make any sense, and I want to cry.
Had. Sorry to hear that.
It's not realistic. I want to cry. I don't technically care. I care when it's a thing I have control over.
Makes sense.
Like when they were overpaying for privacy screens. The useless thing that basically nobody uses, because what you can accomplish with a privacy screen, you can also accomplish by tilting the PC screen, or the monitor screen. I just like tilt it a little bit. And there you go.
What's a privacy screen? Exactly for signal.
No, you're good. You basically, it's a little like shaded, thin screen that you place on top of your screen.
Okay,
and it restricts the viewing angles. Yeah, so you have to like lean more towards the center of the screen to be able to see it. The place they were buying it from was selling them for like $150 each.
Wow.
I found them for like $40-$60 for 2 of them.
Wow.
So, do a little bit of math, and that's like $200 saved for every person, because all of them have 2 monitors. And there were 8 people who wanted it. Granted, the actual savings were a little less because blah 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 price things, but they saved like $1,000 by just me looking at Amazon and choosing a slightly cheaper option, and none of them noticed the difference.
Amazing.
That did hurt my brain when I learned that they were buying it from there, because like the prices are just outrageous. I don't know how you can justify charging $150 for a privacy screen, especially when privacy screens are just like terrible.
Horrible.
The only person
capitalism.
Well,
Where?
yes, but we all know the answer.
Where's this capitalist prick?
Good doggy. Attack the capitalism.
I'm not a dog.
Fine. Good cat.
You're whatever Rygon wants you to be.
Yeah.
Magnus a dragon. Dragons are cats.
But you're not a dragon. which we talked about this. You're a Charizard.
You know what? Yeah, you're right, actually. Aaron, no, they're talking about me. They're talking about me.
I mean, to be fair, I did blanketly state that dragons are cats, and I have said that.
Yeah.
They kind of are, you know. They're like the center of the universe, and they make people do things for them, and they're adorable when they're all like, I'm the ruler of this planet, and you love them. And when they're all like annoying and bratty, you love them even more. And then they knock stuff off the table, and you're like, oh, that's cute. Thank you for knocking my water bottle off my table.
Yeah, you bet, bud.
What the heck was that?
What was what?
That voice.
It's just a Rygon voice.
I'm cool. Let me just see if anyone's driving on the road. Rygon being Rygon. That's the answer to your question.
I see.
I mean, you've heard Rygon's voices.
Oh, right, yes.
Funny voices.
I heard of one, so it hasn't registered in my brain yet.
Touche. Rygon, make a funny voice.
You want a funny voice? You want a funny voice? All right, give me a second. We don't make things about funny voice.
You want a funny voice? You gotta pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you gotta do it, but then don't make it the depressed dude from that game that we were watching the other day.
What do you mean, man?
Which one?
Depressed dude.
What we keep saying you sound like.
I'm not depressed. I'm just
David?
slightly down.
You mean David from The Hanged Man?
Yes, David.
Wait.
Oh, wait, the Hangman?
Yeah, I played a pretty depressed character in that game.
Oh.
Wait a second. Let me check my wish list. Let me see if the first one's actually the Hanged
Good night,
No, the
Beerus.
first one's the Crooked Man.
Ah, yeah, that's the man trilogy.
It's a quad, actually.
Oh yeah, quadrilogy. I think that the developer is actually making more games. I'm not sure of that series.
Pure chaos, kinda.
I never played it myself, but I've seen videos about those games, and they were pretty
only
interesting.
Talk like that Pokemon for 2 minutes.
Glammeow. Glammeow.
Seek yourselves, now you have a friend.
Glammeow.
Mellow Pokemon. Also, I love your PFP.
Prisov's is precious.
I know.
Glammeow.
No. The other day I popped into a stream and I like dropped some biddies and he just like broke on himself. I didn't even say anything. I just donated biddies and he just like collapsed.
Glammeow.
It was so cute.
I command pure chaos, kinda.
Jimond __
Yes,
has
yes.
turned Chrysovs into a Buizel. They can only talk like
What?
that Pokemon for 2 minutes.
Please.
Glammeow. Glammeow.
Oh, I feel like that'd be a kind of cute like Pokemon fusion. Ebuizel.
Weasel is cool. I like Weasel. Weasel.
Glammeow.
Oh, by the way, Sim,
Yes.
I'm resurrecting an old joke. Did you know For Affinity released a new evolution for Eevee?
Oh no.
No.
You can get it by using a bandstone.
Dude.
It wasn't very popular, so they banned it.
I'm gonna go get more water.
Oh yeah, I'm done. Yay.
Also, whatchamacallit, that box dropped on Sim's head like at the perfect time.
Let's go get an
Gibgab,
apple.
what's your favorite Pokemon?
Or Asher said, rather.
Depends on the mood. I really like Aspen, and I really like Vulpix. So usually one of those two.
Cool, here we go.
My favorite Pokemon is actually Inteleon, but I'm sorry, I meant Samurott, but I've really come to enjoy Inteleon.
Inteleon's pretty cool.
Well, I mean, yeah, to be fair, you do main Inteleon on Unite.
Yeah. If Samurott ever gets released on Unite, I will get it, even if it's a melee character, and I suck at melee characters.
I really want to play more Espeon. I remember when I played Espeon for a while.
I command pure chaos! Kinda.
Ryan the Wolf has turned Jib Gab into a Vulpix. They can only talk like that Pokemon for 2 minutes.
Vulpix.
How you doing?
A derps.
Hey. Vulpix.
Oh, that's a sound I haven't heard in a long while.
What is that?
How's
Also,
that
ouch.
text treated you, Chris Ovs? Ow. So that sound is from unprotected wires. When you get especially like when you've got your cell phone.
My internet.
What's up?
Hello? Anybody here?
I'm here. Just. Anyways, that sound is from an unprotected wire. Like when you've got your cell phone right next to. I know my old computer, I had speakers that were not good enough to have proper shielding on them. And so I would have my phone on my desk. And then every time I get a text message or a phone call or something, I would know about it first because my speakers would suddenly start doing that sound.
Damn. That's not good.
Oh, apparently Christov's internet is dying.
Oh, that explains it.
Yeah. Okay,
Also,
it seems like we're back.
Also, given what you said earlier, no, Pass was not meant to be an Oshawott. I have another character for that.
Oh. Okay. Thanks.
There we go. The internet.
Okay.
Pet the Raygon. Well, I seem to have finally destroyed the demand for low-density residential.
Hey, let's go. Also, I almost forgot to end it.
Is that a good thing?
Yes.
Okay,
Low
good.
density takes up so much fucking space.
Oof.
I hate it.
I hate it.
This is like my favorite subgenre of Reddit. It's Cities Skylines players complaining about things and then people realizing, oh yeah, that's a thing in real life too.
Fuck you.
It's like,
oh,
I mean, I'm not saying you didn't know, Snitch. It's just I love that like exact kind of comment. It's like fuck residential housing. Like yeah, fuck you too, IRL. I can't say like things would be better with more dense residence zoning, but I'm saying things would probably be a lot better. Well, see, that's the thing. It's fine to have housing here. It's fine to have single family homes and shit. It just shouldn't be an overwhelmingly excessive part of a city, especially like more central parts of the city where you then have to negotiate with some random person for like 7 years to get them to let you build like, oh shit, can I remove your house? And then this other person's house, and you like buy out 2 houses for exorbitantly gouged out prices just so the city can build like, I don't know, 50 new apartments in a small like high dense urban like building. Because I know they removed like 4 houses over across the street and they built an apartment that had like 50 homes, and it's like, oh shit, it's actually kind of nice. Maybe it'll even lower prices in the area, and that was a pipe dream.
It would be best if, because that's the thing, prices only ever go up. They never go back down. And it's like, you know, pricing for apartments goes up because there's not many there, and so high demand, low supply. But then when they build in a new one, it's like, and your rent is staying exactly where it was, but now there's a lot less demand.
I mean, yeah, it's because like at least around here in this area, housing is not housing. It's just a speculative vehicle. Nobody wants to live here. Everyone just wants to buy and sell and buy and sell. And it's really, really funny to me. And honestly, kind of like, it feels great reading chats and seeing people like, oh no, they'll build a building, and you have like 3 people who complain about like, oh, that'll destroy the view of like the bay or something. I really enjoy it. That's bad. And then you have like 20 people who jump in after those 3 people, and they're like, oh, that'll lower the value of my sale. Damn it, can we complain to the city about this? And I'm just like, I hope you lose value on your apartment sale now.
Yeah.
I understand in our current climate, like, wanting to use house as a speculative vehicle because, like, yes, money is tight and everything is expensive, but also, come on, you know, you gotta have a certain amount of, like, self-respect to it. You can't just be like, oh no, I'm no longer going to be able to sell this for, like, 50% profit off of, like, an $800,000 purchase. Now it'll only be a 40% profit. Yeah. Like,
alright. Could I have a non-sub do the redeem, please?
What's it worth to you?
My friendship.
Very well.
Wait, but y'all are... Oh, keeping the friendship, okay.
I got the money, I got the coin back.
Okay. So it didn't play through the most of the stuff, but it still tossed the tomatoes itself. So it seems like no matter what I do, I can't get it to not toss the tomatoes in the Twitch integrated throwing system.
Also, Era, I have no qualms with having actual housing. But we can do like this media, or, you know, the row housing instead of, you know, you got your little house here, you got a bit of a yard, you know. This works. I'm okay with this. It's when you've got one person that is taking up this much space that I have issues.
I mean, honestly, again, I'll say the same thing. I think that's kind of fine, as long as there's variety. Like, as long as you have a good, solid, healthy chunk of the city that's denser urban, like, residences, then you can have either, like, more outlying areas being single. Like, that I don't mind. Fuck. It's like...
Yeah.
The other day, somebody found the map, like, you can take a city and put it on top of another city, and it just like overlays the area of the city. And I put like the greater Miami area, which is like 6 million people. It's one of the biggest like metro areas I think in the US. And that's like 6 million people. And they overlaid it on top of like Greater London, which is like a third of the size, and it's like 10 million people. And it's like, bruh, like it's insane. Just the sheer size difference. And not in a good way, because the bigger the city, the less dense it is, the more cost you have going towards infrastructure, things like road maintenance, yada yada. It becomes less profitable. Not even in like needing to turn back money towards the city, but just like it's more expensive to maintain. You get less worth out of your tax. It's more of a pain in the ass. You need more parking space. You need more roads. Traffic becomes more congested. Travel times are longer, and I just hate it all. I love traffic, especially.
Yeah, it's great.
You know, houses are cool. I'd love to one day own a house.
Houses are cool.
But I don't think everyone should either want to or really need to own a house. Because I know a lot of people don't want to own houses. I won't want to own a house until like I'm like 35 or 40 or something like that.
I mean, it's always a good thing to aspire to.
Yeah. Well, like, it's nice because like you get to manage your property, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure it would be, but I mean, the way things are going now, unless we get a housing bubble that pops, it's going to be pretty dang hard to own a home.
Yeah. And
my big problem with the way things currently are is that renting is so much more expensive than actually owning. And that's not the way it should be. It should be cheaper to rent than it should be to own.
I think so.
Yeah, I 100% agree, but then there's people who are completely 100% evil about that.
That's the problem, is like, I have no qualms with renting, but it should be, yeah, rent is high because people don't have a choice. And these companies that own all of these apartments and such know that, and you exploit the hell out of it. And that is my problem, is that it's like the only reason I want to own a place is to save money.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just cheaper.
Could you go ahead and do the redeem again? I'm testing a quick option.
Sure.
Sorry to keep bothering you, man. I apologize.
No worries. Alright, I got my coin back.
Yeah.
I mean,
you will get your coin back. I'm just trying to figure out how to get this thing to not send the reward through, like to completely deny it.
Yeah, when it comes to the thing between owning versus renting, owning the thing in and of itself is its own value, but it is bizarre how nowadays owning it would be cheaper than renting. You're right.
Yeah, it's like that is the thing that hits that is why so many people want to own. Because at least when you own and you don't want it anymore, you can sell it and get some of your money back. But then there's also the fact that it's just so much. The way it should be working is that it's cheaper to own, or that it's cheaper to rent. That's how it should work. Yeah, it makes it more flexible and such, but it should be cheaper to rent, and yet you look at the mortgage rates and you look at the cost for renting, and the renting is so much higher, and not to mention so many apartments are like, you need to be making 5 times the amount of the apartment to be able to rent here, and it's like...
Oh, I saw a ridiculous one when I was trying to find a place before I settled on this one. It was, yeah, you can come in, but you have to have at least 2 months rent paid ahead of time as a security deposit before they would allow you in.
Yeah.
Like it was 2-3 months ahead. Like no one's got that kind of money. And it was a shitty place.
Yep. Honestly,
That's stupid because legitimately, if that happened for someone in the military, that person will be legitimately fucking screwed.
Well, the military takes care of those kind of things, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Wait, it only goes through when a subscriber does it?
What does?
The tomato toss one.
Ah.
Honestly, Robert, I think it's a problem everywhere. Like, fuck. Even like back home in Venezuela, where you would expect things to at least be like things. The more the economy has gone dollarized, like.
Why
Oh,
would you
look.
Why would you expect that? The economy in Venezuela is completely shot.
Well, that's the thing, right? Because like, okay, it's dollarized. Things are getting more expensive. Cool. That I can get.
Mm-hmm.
But then you look at rent, and it's like, oh look, people are earning in the hundreds of dollars a month. How much does this fucking apartment cost to rent? $2,000 a month. Huh.
It is, yeah, like I told you, the economy in Venezuela is completely shot because everything's in shambles.
Yeah, but like I personally just wouldn't expect housing to literally be unaffordable. But then that makes sense because like, oh yeah, who do you want to rent your house? Oh, just like the people who come from the U.S. and work there and get paid in USD wages, and it's like, oh okay, that makes sense. But still,
Era,
fuck.
having lived under an HOA for several years, one thing I can very firmly say is that they need government oversight. That is the biggest problem with HOAs, is that you have no recourse.
I think they should just be illegal, honestly.
I do too, but I can understand the value of an HOA. I can understand the value of it, but it needs regulation.
What is an HOA exactly?
An HOA is a homeowners association. The core concept of an HOA is it makes sure that your neighbor isn't painting their house bright hot pink. It makes sure that you are, your neighborhood is not going down the drain because of random nonsense that one of your neighbors may want to do.
I see.
It's like HOAs themselves, the concept isn't bad. It's the way they're implemented right now that is terrible. Like my bedroom, when I was in the HOA, flooded 3 years in a row. Because the way the HOA was set up is the inside half of the walls belong to us. But the outside half of the walls belong to the HOA. There was a hole in the outside wall.
Why were things even divided like that? What the hell?
Well, again,
basically they could tell you like paint your house this color because we own it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I get it.
Well, yes, but that's just an out there example, Era. You know.
Yeah, see, that's my problem with it. Yeah, but look, that's my personal problem with it.
Let me go ahead and finish, please. So that is the idea of an HOA. They typically will maintain the yards, or at least make sure people are maintaining their yards. So you don't have your neighbor having a jungle of a freaking yard unmaintained and stuff. An eyesore. Our HOA actually did the mowing and such. But yeah, they would turn on the sprinklers every spring, and that hole in the wall was not getting fixed. And I had no recourse because the HOA company had worked with so many different attorneys in the area that none of them could work for me on getting me protected and being like, hey, come fix this fucking building, fix this hole. They wouldn't do that because they insisted that because it would be a conflict of interest for any of them to represent me. And there is no government oversight on this, which it needs.
100%.
Be careful what you wish for, because sometimes government oversight can make things worse, unfortunately.
It can, but there is a fine balance that could be achieved.
I understand that. Unfortunately, I just do not trust the current government to not mess things up in situations like this. They already mess things up as they do at the moment.
Well, right now, when the system is already shit, they could mess it up, but I don't think they could do much worse, honestly.
Yeah, fair enough. You're correct in that regard.
The best thing would be just getting rid of them, making them illegal, but...
Yeah.
Honestly, the one thing I really I hate about them is precisely what you were like. It's kind of that idea of I hate the arbitrariness of it, because you know what would be great for me? That they go like, okay, you know what? Look, me and this group of neighbors, we don't have any legal power over you, right? But we want to maintain a certain aesthetic to the neighborhood. Do you think we could work to make your house look a certain way? So like, yeah, you can paint parts of it bright pink. We'll allow you to do artwork, but let's try to maintain a certain balance to it. And you know what? We'll even do you favors. If you join and you comply with our rules, we'll mow your lawn in the spring and we'll keep things tidy for you. We'll like pull together things and we'll hire people and it'll be cheaper. And that way you do less work and you pay less money. And boom, you get at least a benefit out of it. Because you know what I loved in my home city? There was a whole couple of streets, a few city blocks, and they were really famous for having very colorful housing. Because back in the day, when people owned those, they would be really small, denser homes, much smaller than you would get out of a single family home, but a family would still live there. And because people basically wanted to express themselves, they would paint their house all sorts of different colors. So you basically had a giant rainbow of a street. This house is painted blue, that one's pink, that one's red, and that one's yellow, and they're all next to each other. And honestly, it looks great. I love the little individuality that people bring to their homes. And I can understand it being I don't want this person to maintain a jungle in the yard. But I also kind of prefer people being able to throw themselves in the house, and it gives a character and makes it more lively. Whereas when it's all the same homogeneous blob of house made to look super corporate and easy to sell, it just looks disgusting to me.
Disgusting.
Okay, I give up on this particular one. I'm just gonna do something else.
Hey there.
I can't get it to completely reject it, so we're gonna do something else.
Hey there, Essex. It's good to see you, and I've had a lot of issues with roundabouts, Essex. I used to have one. I used to have one here, and I did away with it, and I'm still having issues, but they're not quite as bad. Mainly my issues here is the fact that people keep trying to turn left, even though they're not supposed to be able to. People keep breaking the goddamn law.
I see when you zoomed in, yeah.
Yeah, there's no left turn here, and yet they keep turning left, and that just slows down traffic.
Big brain.
Big brain?
Big brain.
Big brain.
Hang on.
Yeah, I almost got ran off the roundabout once by somebody who's it wasn't completely the wrong lane. And he tried going into my lane. It's like, dude, I'm right here.
Oh.
Sure.
I'm
gonna try a different sub only redeem. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you a short I saw today. This just reminded me of that one.
But yeah, Essex, right now, from what I've heard, the roundabouts are actually broken. The way the game's supposed to handle them is not how it's handling them. And so they are broken right now.
Oh no.
It's a real paradox hours. Let's take one of the most useful tools in traffic management in the city and break it. Fuck. I have a friend, like she lives in Australia, and she showed me maps of her local area, and there's roundabouts everywhere. Like, it's basically a circular city. It amazes
Wow.
me. I mean, while I'm here, like, oh look, there's a roundabout a few kilometers away.
Wow.
Baffling, but it's great.
Grandiose.
Hermoso. I need to watch your Pokemon game. I need to see if Paz lives up to his name.
Uh-huh. What? Did I hear my name?
Yeah, I need to see if you live up to your name in the Pokemon game.
Oh.
It's a Pokemon game. I don't expect it. Yes, Rin, exactly.
Tell me when you tell me what you think when you check it out.
I'll let you know someday.
Mhm.
Eventually, I might get around to it, maybe.
Fair enough. I've been quite enjoying the game. Not gonna lie, it's really enjoyable.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
like
looking
O'Brien.
I'm looking forward to it tomorrow.
Oh yeah, you do it tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, I'm still not back on my normal schedule. Maybe I might
Ah.
catch it.
It is at around 7 EST, so
That's why it's not on my normal schedule, so I might actually get around to catching it. Because normally
nice.
I'm at work until like 10 p.m. EST.
I see. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, you might be able to catch the second half of it. We usually finish at like 12 EST.
Thing is,
something
right
like that.
now I'm working 10 to 6, the horrible schedule. Slightly better than the 8 to 4
I see.
schedule.
I see. Oof. Sorry.
Look, I'm not a morning person. 10 to 6 is waking up too late.
I see.
All work days should start at like 11 a.m.
I'm actually really happy with where my workday is right now. Like, my boss legitimately says, just so long as you come in sometime between 8 and 9, you're good.
That must feel nice.
It is,
Mine's-
because then I live right relatively near to a school. So, being able to skip that like 8 o'clock rush where all the parents are getting their kids and stuff like that is really nice.
Nice. Yeah, my schedule is it's kind of flexible as long as I'm able to log in the app where we log in. I am fine even if I'm a few minutes late physically. and I do work from home a few days a week, so that's real nice as well. I love it.
Yeah. I normally arrive like half an hour early, so whenever I arrive like 10 minutes late, they don't mind. I'll take the trade-off. I know I'll definitely be mildly peeved if they ever go like, you're here like 10 minutes late, what the fuck? And I'm like, I arrived half an hour late the last 20 days. I guess I'll just stop arriving early.
Oh no. Please don't do that. We need you. Oh no.
Yeah. That tune is changing quickly. I do admit, I know I'm lazy as fuck, but I kind of actually hate not being punctual. Wait, I know, very funny. Very funny if someone is gonna say it, because I know I'll sometimes go like, yeah, I'll be there in like half an hour, and then I'm there in like an hour. But at least these are a little more like chill, you know, when it's like an actual appointment, when I'm like,
Oh, you mean
I get
like
like a day in
tonight?
advance. Yeah, exactly. Like when I'm like, oh, we'll be there in 50 minutes, and then I get there in 30. That's one thing. But when it's like, hey, tomorrow let's schedule this, then I tend to be on time, or try to at least. And like even for like tabletop games, I barely am ever late. And it's usually because I'm sitting. If I have to wake up for a tabletop, I'll wake up like an hour early just to take a shower and get food beforehand.
Would you all please use the full space provided to you?
No.
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 Does it actually make a difference?
For cloud, so like the signature buildings, it is each box matters.
Yeah. Disgusting.
So if they don't actually build in those extra 3 squares, yes, it does matter.
I see.
Hey there, Lesby. Welcome in.
Greeting.
Alright.
We're having so much fun, as you can see.
That's one of the greatest names I've ever seen on Twitch.
Yeah, I see what they went with there. I appreciate it.
Nuclear launch detected.
I know, see it, and I love it.
There's a reason why I didn't say the full name.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I'm not sure if it's okay to say, so I'm just not gonna say it. But I appreciate it nonetheless.
I mean, hey, if Twitch bans you for it, you're gonna get a lot of clout on Twitch. That fucks with me a lot. I don't have a second monitor, because I was normally using a laptop and I connected my monitor to the laptop. Since I am not getting a second monitor for a while, I was gonna get a 1440. I was gonna like go ahead and like sync that a little into the 1440p monitor that I wanted to get, but I'm just gonna keep my 1080p monitor as my main monitor, and instead I'm using wireless display to use my laptop as a wireless display. But sometimes the connection gets a little laggy, and I just see like the squares individually moving PowerPoint style, and I'm like, ugh.
Ah.
Sometimes it behaves well, and sometimes it's unusable.
What do you mean sometimes it's unusable?
Well, yeah, because sometimes it's just PowerPoints. Like, imagine dragging, like, because I do it automatically. Like, I'll drag the window I'm using towards the second monitor, which is my laptop screen, and just like automatically place it to the side so it does half and half. And I'll do it, and I'll return the mouse to the main monitor, and then I look over to the laptop, and it's still halfway towards doing it. It's like, ugh, this is laggy. Damn. That's because it's wirelessly connected. On the other hand, it's really convenient. I don't need a second monitor quite yet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, y'all got a football court down there. Nice.
Oh, I've got multiple sports places.
That's fair. We can wait till that.
Very nice.
For now, there will just be. Oh wait, no, I think they're literally
And I want to play football. I want to play like, not like an actual game of football, but like the one where you have one person be the goalie, and then everyone else takes turns trying to score a goal.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't score the goal, then you become the goalie.
Ah.
Oh, penalty kick style, okay.
Yeah. And you just kind of cycle through until somebody gets bored.
Yeah.
It's great. Especially if you get into like a really quick tempo of doing it, and you just like constantly speed it up more and more until someone misses, and then it's like, all right, quick reset, and then you keep going until you can, you get that tempo, that rhythm of like fast. Feels
Sounds like one of those YouTube videos where things accelerate. Things accelerate with every kick.
2014 World Cup, but it accelerates with each goal. Oh man, that'd get copy struck so quickly.
Yes.
Isn't it kind of wild that like the World Cup, you can't just like casually see it or stream it? Like you gotta get like specific streaming servers and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's the World Cup, You'd think it'd just be like public or something.
If it
I guess
can
it's
be monetized, it will be.
Yeah, but I mean, I figured the monetization is when someone yells goal for like 7 minutes and then screams Coca-Cola's name.
Goal!
And then the sponsor name after the goal.
Yes.
Coca-Cola.
Goddamn,
This goal brought to you by Coca-Cola.
Goal announcers, or rather football announcers, have lungs of steels.
Same. I used to play the flute. I used to be able to hold my breath for 3 minutes. Now I can only do like a minute and a half.
Ah.
I'm out of practice,
I mean,
and I want to play the flute again.
Sometimes I do it here and there, where I, especially with Rin, when Rin pops by, and I greet Rin in the proper way, and it's just and so on, you know.
I remember those.
Zing! Can keep it going for like half an hour, but I can't because like Discord cuts it off because noise suppression or something.
Yeah.
I mean, you have the ability to turn off noise suppression if you wanted to.
Yeah, but I figure it's not worth it unless I actually go say Zim for like a minute, but I don't think Zim would like that.
Yeah. that may just be like audio spam.
Maybe. See, like, it depends. Can it fit on a YouTube short? Because if it can, then that's a free clip, right? If it can't, then it's useless. If it's too long for a YouTube clip.
True enough. So yeah, you gotta make sure that you don't. That, yep, you gotta make sure that it is under a minute or exactly a minute.
All right, I'll go for 50 seconds. Is that all right?
Okay.
I don't actually know if I can do it. I could try.
You may want to try and prepare yourself, like drink some water or something if you actually
Yeah, I'm
going to
looking
try.
for a water bottle right now.
All right, quick, Rygon. Now's your chance. Crack a joke.
Chrysos, give me a bwee right now.
A bwee.
I couldn't hear a thing. What was that?
Joke time?
Gib Gab was about to drink some water, so I'm like, hey, it's your cue. You gotta make a joke.
Oh, I gotta make a joke. Okay, let me think. Fuck, I can't think of one.
I got one. It's me.
My dignity.
Oh, I know. Gib Gab. Your mama's so poor she couldn't afford nothing.
Dang.
That's the best you're getting out of me.
Where's the shame bell?
All of my low-density residential is being abandoned.
Yay?
Why is it so small?
I worked hard setting all this stupid stuff up, and now they're just abandoning it?
Why is it so small?
Oh, so Christoph, I think I already said this in the past, but your Talkie icon is adorable.
Yes, Krisov's is precious bean.
Yeah.
Whee.
I mean, we could keep it for.
I didn't even know I muted myself. Wee.
It happens to me all the time. Don't worry. I do. It's like my headphones have a button that allow me to mute myself, but
Yep.
I press it down because when I don't want anybody to hear me, but sometimes I forget to press it and I begin talking, and it's not until somebody tries to talk to me that I realize, oh crap, I'm muted.
Also, it looks like Whiskers may be coming to join us.
Hey.
Ooh.
Also, this right here is why I manually place the buildings, because for some reason, anytime that these low-density houses are allowed to go over 2 squares wide, they get abandoned.
I see.
So I normally go through and manually designate them and let it fill in for, 2-block wide housing spots. Let it fill in, then move on, and I didn't do it this time, and look at all of these 4-block wide spaces. They're all abandoned.
Damn it.
I love worked economies. I can still hold my breath for a minute and a half. Let's go. Again. I kind of wish there was an easier. Maybe, is there a mod to like fix that, or like just make it automatically? Too.
There are no mods yet.
Aww.
Yeah, that's something that they're going to be working on.
Oh yeah, were you going to be doing cosmetic in the end?
Yes.
Nice.
Right now I'm just waiting for Whiskers to be ready, and then I figured we'll switch over then.
You gooch.
Sounds like a good idea.
I love your accent.
Wait, which one? Mine's?
Yours.
Oh, thank you.
To be fair, I just kind of love accents in general.
Fair enough. Funnily enough, when it comes to my accent, people have told me that I don't really sound like a Venezuelan, and I understand that because I wasn't really very talented when I was a kid, so I guess I just never got the accent. I just developed something on my own.
Yeah, to be completely fair, you don't. I would not have guessed Venezuelan.
Fair enough.
I know I don't usually sound it because the stereotypical Venezuelan accent is someone who speaks English very poorly. And I am at least a little less distinguishable than, like, my mom.
Fair enough.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, the greatest moment is when, like, you hear the tinge of accent on someone else and you're like, I can't quite guess where it's from. But because here in Miami there's like a million Venezuelans, you just constantly hear you begin to kind of identify when someone is from Venezuela over time. Like, I've had chats over the phone and it's like, yeah, I'm talking to someone, they're helping me with something, or I'm asking them about something. And it's like, suddenly one of us just goes like, we hear that intonation, that one syllable be pronounced in a specific way, and it's like, wait, where are you from? Are you from Venezuela? Yeah. Yay!
Yeah, that sounds nice.
It's great.
Mm-hmm.
I had it happen once when I was doing like a college admission thing, and she helped me out like a ton because she was like, oh yeah, you're from Venezuela, I got you. Boom, helped me out a ton, which is great.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh.
All right, Whiskers is available, so I'm going to switch over to Cosmeteer.
All right.
Ooh, if you want to know a depressing moment of Doctor Who.
Oh?
Let me go ahead. Give me a moment here.
Yeah, take your time. I just need to say 2 words, and I can make people, like, hate me if they watch Doctor Who.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us today for Cities Skylines 2. We're gonna move over to some. We're gonna move over to some Cosmeteer now, alongside Whiskers doing some art. So check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They are on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around, as well as grabbing some packs of cards through Stream Loots, coming by and hanging out, and just generally being your awesome selves. But for now, thank you so much for joining, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.
Adieu, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Catch y'all later.